All right, so the next 3 to 4 minutes, we're going to go over a really in-depth detail of habit change and why it is so important and why it should be the only method used to coach someone towards any goal, whether it's body composition, career, finance, or mindset. Habit coaching is the way that we can actually create permanent change. So by default, I've been habit coaching my entire career, and I do believe it's the only reason I've been successful. I've always focused on habit change over the actual outcome. Now, let me get into it. I think this is the one thing that everyone gets wrong, and why it's going to actually help relieve you a little bit from what I'm about to tell you. We are just generally going about solving problems incorrectly. Our entire health industry, American health, everything, we are trying to solve an outcome-based problem without looking at what you need to solve that problem. So, let's get into it. Let's say the outcome is weight loss, okay? The outcome is weight loss. So, you want to lose weight. What do most people do? They follow a diet, or they you get on a program. If you want to get out of debt, you get on a program. So we want weight loss, we want to make more money, you want to be in a better relationship. So you get an outcome. Now to do that, you need specific habits that are action steps to make that outcome happen. So weight loss, how am I going to do that? Okay? I'm very busy, I don't have time, I don't know how to work out, I don't know where to start. And that right there is why people fail at diets. They are not coached to change their behavior, and behavior change is actually a skill, and you need to develop that skill to do any sort of changes throughout your entire life cycle as a human. And what we keep doing over and over again wrong in our industry is we're taking an outcome-based solution and we're not teaching the single most important thing, and that's to teach a human how to change their behavior. Okay? So, behavior change isn't that easy either. What we need to look at is there's 4 cycles, okay, for a habit to be completed. If I tie my shoe in the morning, 4 things must magically sync. This is for one habit, one single habit. 4 little, like when you turn a key and the keys hit and they all lock, that has to have it for the habit to be complete, for it to complete its life cycle. Okay, so let's just say I need to lose weight. Well, what habit do I need to do to lose weight? I need to either eat less or move more. So let's choose moving more. I have to look at my schedule. Well, can I fit in walking? Where can I fit it in? What am I going to do? Again, look at all those processes. Okay, because one, there's a cue that needs to happen. Something in the stimulus in the environment needs to happen to create that habit change. So if I want to tie my shoes, I have to have a cue of I'm getting ready to go outside, now I got to get my shoes. Number 2, there's the actual craving. Okay, and all a craving is it's something that causes the physiological, like, neurochemicals to shoot out, to go. So I need to have something shoot out some adrenaline stuff for me to go down and actually tie my shoe. Then we go into the response, me actually doing it. And number 4 is the reward. My shoes are now on. Look at all those things that had to happen. Now, what's crazy with weight loss is it's too much. Just one single task. If I ask you to do that, to walk outside for 10 minutes, I've got to chink in all these little things, like ting, 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 for my shoes, just for me to tie my shoes. Well, where am I going to place my shoes? Do I even have walking shoes? Where am I going to walk? Is it safe? What's the weather going to be like? This is the constant conversations that we're having to do one habit to have that outcome happen. Now, that's just one part of it. So look at all those habits. So the problem is, and this is the biggest problem of them all, is you need certain things within that habit to create a habit. So here's all the things that could go wrong with a habit. 1, the relief or the pain of it isn't significant enough. 2, time. It's too much time. I have so much going on in my schedule. I don't know if I can fit in a 10-minute walk every day. Money. What if I need new shoes? Effort. If it's going to take me a lot, it's going to be really hard. I don't want to do it. Brain cycles. If it's too heavy on the head, Most people won't do that either. Okay, if it's, hey, I gotta go get a PhD, it seems really hard, a lot of brain cycles. Social deviance, it could be seen as something weird. Let's say I'm gonna go work out at the gym and I'm doing weird animal moves on the floor. You're like, I don't know if I'm gonna do that. And last but not least, non-routine. You actually measure all of those things, and those are all the disruptions that can happen with one habit, that all of these other things could go wrong. So what I'm trying to really, really dive in here and really get this message across is that habit change is the way that people change, whether it's weight loss. And what we have to do as coaches, or if you're listening to this right now, just understand there's a lot going on with the human brain. The best way to change a habit is to understand the brain processes and break it down. Break it down to the most ridiculously easy one thing you can do. Okay, so if I'm gonna walk for 10 minutes every day, I have to make sure I'm prepared for that. So if I was your coach, I'd be like, hey, let's look at your schedule. Right now on the phone with me, I want you to plug in walking 6 a.m. Then you have to have a backup plan. If you have a partner, if you have someone to wake you up, set their alarm too, and then set a third person to text you. That's how many actual extra stimuluses just to get that cue started. Then that cue might start. You might get up, okay, I'm gonna go walk. I have it in my schedule. I'm ready to go. But if the craving isn't strong, if I didn't send those signals out enough, I might not do it. Then I get the 3, the response. So I actually get out there. I'm starting to walk down the steps. I'm tying my shoe to go out. And the reward is when I finish the habit, the life cycle. Any one of those could be pre-interrupted by how we perceive time, money, effort, brain cycles. Okay? All of these precursors can stop a habit. There can be another bunch of chinks in the armor here that could go wrong. That's why when we're getting into habit change, it is so incredibly important that you actually start with teaching people how to, one, recognize the habits that are not serving them for the outcome. Just recognize them. And then we have to go through the very strategic process of rewiring each one of these habits in the brain. Because the more you rewire, according to Hebb's law, wire together, fire together. You don't have to get up to brush your teeth because you've done that root process in your brain so many times, it's laid down its own pathway. That's what we want to do with our health. We want to break down these habits, reestablishing with neural processes that are set through that you can actually start to automate your health habits. And I've been spending my entire career hacking that, and I just actually put it all together in a really cool way. I'm not going to go about that, but what I want you to understand today is what's really going on in the brain with when we're trying to do stuff. It's very complicated. To rewire habits can take anywhere from 14 days to 200, okay? I've actually figured out how to time collapse all of that and how to make those wires permanent within 30 days. Now, it's a whole nother conversation, but I want you to understand having a coach or a system to help you work through these is probably one of the best things that you can do. All right, I have a business coach right now. I work with people because I need other people to come intervene and be like, hey, this is where you're not doing good. So let's say we want to make you more money in this business. Here's what you're going to need to do. I have to adopt like 30 new habits, okay? But the skill of the skill of changing and breaking your habits you become good at. You can break habits quicker and you can pick up ones faster. That's the really cool part of actually focusing on habit change, is because you're teaching a human a skill behavior on how to actually change. And you can apply that to really any area of your life. So it's a quick little awesome video on habit change. If you have any questions, hit me up below.